West Bengal, Sandesh Khali, one of the victims, has now taken back a statement saying she was coerced by none else but the Bharatiya Janata Party, which squares the picture in West Bengal. The BJP fighting the election on the basis of Sandesh Khali in many parts, and women empowerment, women rights, how women are being taken for granted. To get you the latest in this, an alleged Sandesh Khali victim has now backpedaled on her statement against TMC Netas, claiming she was forced to file a complaint by the BJP leaders. The woman alleged she was forced to sign a paper and had no clue it was a rape complaint. Remember, TMC strongman Shah Jahan Sheikh, currently in jail on charges of land grab and sexual exploitation, is in the Bengal district. Meanwhile, the TMC had said that there is a sting operation conducted in which women have been caught on camera stating that they've taken 2,000 rupees to lodge false complaints. This is, of course, hotting up where politics is concerned in West Bengal.
রেখা শর্মা যেদিন এসেছিল
যে কার কার অভিযোগ আছে বলতে হবে। সে অভিযোগ বলার পরে অভিযোগ করার পর সাদা কাগজ একটা দিল, সাদা কাগজে ব্ল্যাঙ্ক কাগজ দিল, ব্ল্যাঙ্ক কাগজে সই করতে হবে। সই করে দিয়ে চলে গেলাম বাড়িতে। তারপরে 4-5 দিন পরে তারপরে থানার থেকে একটা নোটিশ যায়। নোটিশ যাওয়ার পর জানতে পারি যে আমরা কেস করেছি।
কি বিষয়?
ধর্ষণের কেস,
যেটা
সম্পূর্ণ মিথ্যে। ওটা আমাদের মধ্যে ঘটেইনি। ষড়যন্ত্র করে আমাদের ফাঁসানোর চেষ্টা করেছে।
কারা ফাঁসিয়েছে?
পিয়ালি দাস।
পিয়ালি কি করে?
পিয়ালি কি করে বলতে তখন এমনি আন্দোলন করেছিল, এখন দেখতে পাচ্ছি বিজেপি করে।
আচ্ছা, এখন কি চাইছেন তাহলে?
এখন চাইছি ওর শাস্তি হোক, যে আমাদের মিথ্যে অভিনয় যে নাটক করে যে আমাদের যে ফাঁসিয়েছে ওর শাস্তি হোক। এরকম কোনো ঘটনা ঘটেইনি আমাদের মধ্যে।
এরকম আরো কাউকে কি এরকম করেছে? তাদের এরকম
কাউকে করেছে কিনা আছে নিশ্চয়ই, এর মধ্যে আরো অনেকে আছে।
बलात्कार को लेके भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने एक बहुत घिनौनी राजनीति की है, तो ये बात उभर के आई है। अब ये वीडियो निकली, उसके बाद महिलाएं जो हैं वो बोल रही हम लोग से झूठ लिखवाया गया है, इसलिए वो थाने जाने लगे संदेश खाली में, और पुलिस को जाके बोल रहे हैं कि हमारी जो कंप्लेंट थी कि मेरे ऊपर बलात्कार हुई है उसको हम विथड्रॉ करना चाहते हैं, उसको हम वापस लेना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि ये सच नहीं है।
Well, joining me right now for the latest is my colleague Indrajit Kundu. Indrajit, right from the beginning, it's become a political hot potato of sorts in Kolkata, Sandesh Khali, and the latest coming in squares the pitch even more. Earlier on, there was TMC that was alleging on the back of a sting operation that women were paid to lodge false complaints, and now one of the alleged victims taking back her complaint, saying she was coerced by BJP leaders.
Well, that's right. And not just that, an FIR has also been lodged by police at the Sandesh Khali police station based on a complaint by a Trinamool Congress local worker there on the sting operation that was released by the Trinamool Congress, and in which the BJP candidate from Bashirhat, Rekha Patra, has also been named. So along with the person who featured, the local BJP leader who featured in that sting operation, Gangadhar Koyal, he has also been named in the sting operation. This lady, of course, coming out and the video now going viral where she's openly claiming that she now wants to take back the complaint, because what the lady, one of the complainants who has taken back, wants to take back the complaint, has come out openly in media stating that she was made to sign on white paper, on blank sheet, when Rekha Sharma, the NCW chairperson, had visited Sandesh Khali during that time. And she is saying that this was done at the insistence of local BJP women members, women leaders. They had to sign blank paper, and then they had no idea what is the complaint that was submitted on their behalf. They only came to know when they were served notices by the police for their testament. And that's when they understood that there were, sexual assault complaints, rape complaints that had been lodged on their behalf. And now they have to join the investigation. And now they have come out saying that they are facing social ostracization, that it is not a complaint that they wanted to make. They had complaints of not getting money out of 100 days work or some other service that they had given, like a cooking job for which they were not paid. That is the complaint that they had actually wanted to highlight when the NCW team or the BJP delegation had gone there.
Okay.
But instead, complaints of rape and sexual
Tell me
assault
something,
were put in.
Indro, how many are these victims that have, for the benefit of our viewers to get a larger understanding, how many official police complaints have been made from Sandesh Khali when it comes down to sexual harassment? Because one of these victims has now taken their complaint back, but that doesn't quite mean that there are not other complaints still.
That's right. What we were given to understand is that there were 3 such complaints, out of which one complainant has now backtracked and she wants to revoke, her complaint. We were also given to understand that Rekha Patra is one of the main complainants in this entire case, because she now is the BJP candidate, but she was also one of the main complainants here. There's another video that's doing the rounds in which, the BJP calls it a dated video, in which it seems that there were some other women accompanied by Rekha Patra. They're also saying that, a delegation of women from Sandesh Khali who had been taken to the president's house in New Delhi to meet President Draupadi Murmu, they had also been, taken for a ride, and there were some fake, allegations that have been leveled. The entire pitch, Preeti, has been, it's become very, very murky, and it's up to the investigating authorities to come up with a clear answer as to what actually unfolded in Sandesh Khali. But nonetheless, as you just said, it's become such an emotive issue here in Bengal, with the BJP initially for the past 2 months using that to target the Mamata Banerjee government and the law and order situation, and the Trinamool Congress party and the Mamata Banerjee government now hitting right back at the BJP, saying that this was done to distract and also to distort and malign the image of Bengal.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Indrajit Kundu. We're going to get back to you for more updates. I am right now in West Bengal, and yes, Sandesh Khali is an issue, especially in the area that I am in, where you have the likes of Lockheed Chatterjee, who's standing in Hooghly. Nearly every speech of her talks about Sandesh Khali. But continue to get our viewers more. Let's cut across to the other news break that we're getting in from Prajwal Revanna's case in Karnataka. Now, news coming in, the news that we're breaking right now, the NCW has alleged that there are loopholes in the case against Prajwal Revanna. The twist here seems to suggest that what the NCW claims, that the alleged victim says Karnataka cops forced the complaint. Alleged victim threatened to file complaint. No victim has filed the complaint yet. That has been alleged by the NCW. Joining me for more, my colleague Anaga, live on the story. Anaga, take us through the latest details that are coming in. The complainant now, at least what the NCW alleges, says that she was coerced by the Karnataka police to make the complaint.
You know, Preeti, recently there was a helpline that was opened up by the SIT to ensure that more and more victims come forward to file their complaints. But now the NCW has stated that close to 700 women, have come forward. And what was more interesting is that these 700 women did not really, they came from a specific organization, some sort of an activist organization, very suspicious whether they really were victims or not. Another very important factor pointed out by the SIT was that a lot of women who came forward to file complaint, one of them is alleging that, some people who are dressed in civil dress, for example, in police uniform, complained to them stating, she complained to the NCW saying that, they are forcing her to file a complaint against H.D. Revanna and Prajwal Revanna. So these are the kind of allegations that are coming in by the NCW, that fake complaints are being coerced into and are being filed against the Gowda family.
All right, appreciate you joining us with the very latest, Anaga. Let's quickly move on to other developments, and the big story that is coming up tomorrow in court will be, will the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal get bail to campaign during elections? The latest that is coming in from the Enforcement Directorate side is where the ED has stated that it's not a fundamental right to campaign during elections. The latest coming in that the ED has opposed the interim bail for Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal. In an affidavit filed before the Supreme Court, the probe agency says that the right to campaign for election is not fundamental. The affidavit was filed by the central agency a day before the Supreme Court set to hear Arvind Kejriwal's interim bail plea in the Delhi liquor policy case. The probe agency is also expected to file the first charge sheet against Arvind Kejriwal in the liquor policy case. This will be the first time that Arvind Kejriwal will be named as an accused in the case. Joining me for more is my colleague Shrishti Oja. Shrishti, will you take us through on what was filed by the Enforcement Directorate today and what to expect tomorrow in court?
Well, yes, Preeti, as we know, the Supreme Court is all set to hear Arvind Kejriwal's plea tomorrow and also decide whether or not he will be getting any interim bail to campaign for the upcoming elections. Now, Enforcement Directorate for the top court during the hearing opposed a grant of any interim bail to Kejriwal. Now, what's interesting is that one day before the hearing, they've also filed an affidavit. But ED on its own has filed an affidavit stating that right to campaigning for an election is not a fundamental right. It's not even a legal right. And therefore, considering no political leader till now has ever been granted interim bail on grounds of campaigning for elections, no special exception or concession should be granted to Arvind Kejriwal in this present case, because it will set a really wrong precedent. Also, what it would mean is that any politician in the future who's committed a crime or is accused of committing any offense would take the same concession, would take the same ground of contesting for elections and try to get out of jail. According to Enforcement Directorate, it is not fair for the court to create a different category, to create two categories, where one category is of ordinary men who have to follow the law, who are bound by the law, and on the other hand, the second category would be those of politicians who can seek exemptions from the same laws in the hope of securing interim bail. So ED has clearly stated that politicians earlier also have contested elections while being in judicial custody, but they were never granted interim bail because politicians cannot claim any special status higher than an ordinary citizen. According to ED, what makes Arvind Kejriwal as a politician different from, let's say, a farmer or a business person who also have to stay away from their jobs when they are behind bars? So strong claims which have come in, the strong arguments on part of ED now opposing interim bail to Kejriwal, and it's really important to see.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Appreciate you joining us, Shrishti, with that quick update. Let's quickly now move on to the other big political slugfest, and that is what's going on in Maharashtra, where in Amravati, you have a Navneet Rana from the Bharatiya Janata Party who's invoked a comment of 2013 of the Owaisi brothers.
The biggest political tucker in battleground Telangana. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi pitted against firebrand BJP Neta Madhvi Lata. And amid the high voltage poll face-off comes the massive dare from the BJP, saying Owaisi brothers will vanish in 15 seconds if cops are removed.
तो हम दिखाएंगे बोले कि क्या कर सकते हैं। छोटे को मेरा कहना है, तेरे को 15 मिनट लगेंगे छोटे, और हमको सिर्फ 15 सेकंड लगेंगे। 15 सेकंड पुलिस को हटाया, 15 सेकंड अगर पुलिस को हटाया तो छोटे को बड़े को ये पता नहीं लगा कहां से आया और कहां को गया।
Hindustan. BJP's Navneet Rana was doing a reverse swing against Asaduddin Owaisi's brother Akbaruddin, who had threatened 100 crore Hindus with dire consequences if cops are removed for 15 minutes.
हम 25 कौड़ है ना, तुम 100 कौड़ है ना, ठीक है, तुम तो हमारे से इतने ज्यादा है। 15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस को हटा लो, बता लेंगे किसमें हिम्मत है, कौन ताकतवर है।
The senior Owaisi, however, hit back at BJP over the 15-second dare.
मोदी जी को मैं बोल रहा हूं कि 15 सेकंड दे दीजिए आप, बिल्कुल 15 सेकंड दे दीजिए। आप क्या करेंगे, अखलाक का हाल करेंगे, जैसा मुख्तार को किया वही करेंगे, या पीलू खान। 15 सेकंड ने बोल के 1 घंटा ले लीजिए ना, हम भी देखना चाह रहे हैं कि आप में कितनी इंसानियत अभी बाकी है या नहीं है। करिए, कौन डर रहा है?
The BJP and its Owaisi challenger in Hyderabad, Madhvi Lata, attacked Owaisi, accusing him of harboring the mindset of Mughal tyrant Aurangzeb.
हमको 1 घंटे की जरूरत नहीं है, हमको सिर्फ 15 सेकंड का ही जरूरत है, क्योंकि उस 15 सेकंड से हम मतदान देंगे। देश को सबका साथ सबका विकास के नारे से हम देश को तरक्की की ओर लेके जाएंगे।
Curiously, the Congress, which is fighting Owaisi in Hyderabad, backed him against BJP.
आज बाइकाउनी जो स्टेटमेंट्स जो दे रहे, लोगों को लड़ाने का जो काम कर रहे, हिंदू मुस्लिम के बीच में जो लड़ाने का जो चक्कर चल रही है, उसके लिए हम पूरा उनका स्टेटमेंट को मैं अनकंडीशनली अपॉलॉजी बोलना हैदराबाद के अवाम को, ये मेरी डिमांड है।
माधवी लता जी जिस तरीके से शेरनी बनकर एक खानदानी परंपरा के सीट पर लड़ रही है, और कांग्रेस भी एक डमी कैंडिडेट देते हैं एमआईएम को सपोर्ट करने के लिए, जिस तरीके से वो काम कर रहे हैं, मुझे लगता है अपने घर में तो कुत्ता भी शेर होता है, दूसरे के यहाँ से लड़के ओवैसी जी ने देखना चाहिए कि असली ताकत क्या होती है।
With BJP challenging Owaisi in his own bastion, Hyderabad battle promises to be an explosive one in Telangana. With Abdul Bashir in Hyderabad, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, the wind is getting quite a bit gusting quite strongly right here where we are in Hooghly. What we're going to do is cut across to this ground report, not very far from where I am. Asansol ground report filed by my colleague.
...210 kilometers and more than 5 hours drive away from Kolkata, Asansol in West Bardhaman district is the industrial hub of the state. Conspicuous with its mixed population of coal mine workers, factory workers, migrants from neighboring states, coal mafia, scrap dealers, traders and minorities, most of them are Hindi speaking. It has been a loyal left bastion for 25 years before BJP's Babul Supriyo wrestled it out for the saffron in 2014 and then again in 2019. But when the singer turned Neta changed party base from Lotus to Grass Flower, Asansol chose another turncoat actor turned politician, Shatrughan Sinha, in 2022 by-election. He is fighting to retain it for the TMC this time.
जनता के सामने सारी बातें जो डेवलपमेंट की मैं कर सका वो मैंने सामने रख दिया, एक एक पाई का हिसाब रख दिया हमने, और बुकलेट भी दे दिया यहाँ पे लोगों को कि ये काम मुझको मिला कि जनता की अमानत थी, जनता का पैसा था, जनता के विकास के लिए, जनता के हितों के लिए, वैसा मैंने किया। तो इन सब चीज़ों को देखते हुए मुझे लगता ज़रूर है कि पिछली बार जैसे हम रिकॉर्ड कायम कर सके थे, इस बार भी अल्लाह ताला के फजल से, वाहेगुरु का आशीर्वाद से, प्रभु की असीम अनुकंपा से इस बार भी हम यहाँ एक नया रिकॉर्ड कायम कर पाएंगे।
73-year-old SS Ahluwalia has been a veteran, two-time BJP MP from West Bengal. Each time he gets the task of winning a new constituency for the party. In 2014, he contested and won from Darjeeling, only to vacate it in 2019 to win Bardhaman Durgapur. Five years later, he now has to win Asansol, as BJP faced humiliation after its first choice for the constituency, Bhojpuri star Pawan Singh, withdrew.
अब यहाँ का जो उपचुनाव का निर्णय है, इसको आप लोग या मीडिया में या दल के लोग जो सत्ता पक्ष है राज्य का, वो बढ़ा चढ़ा के बोल रहा है 3.5 लाख 3.5 लाख। मैं कहता हूं कि उनको कहिए कि जरा अपने पूर्व नेताओं को कहिए कि जरा वो सर्टिफिकेट दिखाएं जिस पर संख्या लिखी रहती है, उसमें सिर्फ लिखा रहता है इलेक्टेड, दैट्स ऑल। वोट एक कीमती है, ना कि 3.5 लाख।
Asansol voters seem split with the political choice presented in front of them in this battleground.
15 दिन पहले उनका नाम लिया गया है। यहाँ पर तो उन लोगों को कैंडिडेट खोज के नहीं मिल रहा वहाँ पर। यहाँ जानते कि यहाँ पर हारेंगे, तो वहाँ पर आलूवाले को दे दिया, भाई जाओ तुम जाओ वहीं पर हारो।
आलूवाले जी का 34 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है सांसद में, और आलूवाले जी नहीं हारेंगे। आलूवाले जी अच्छा काम किया, दार्जिलिंग में क्या जीते, दार्जिलिंग में काम किए, दुर्गापुर में जीते, दुर्गापुर के काम में आसान से जीतेंगे।
When Shatrughan Sinha won this by poll, the vote share of TMC had increased to almost 56%. But this time, another equation is working, and that is Left and Congress alliance. And in a situation where Left and Congress alliance gets more vote, then it may benefit BJP, says experts. With camera person Tapash Bairi, this is Anupam Mishra for India Today in Asan.